Welcome you all to another video. Today we are going to continue with the paper number 9, the play Vulture, which was written by Vijay Tendulkar, and Act 2, Scene 2. And also today we are going to also complete Scene 3 also. So it is early morning, the birds were twittering, and Rama comes toward the garage and she hid one plate in her sari, and she was knocking to the door, but door was not opening. Then third time when she wanted to knock, then Rajinath opened the door, and then uh, actually he has owed only Bermuda, and he is chased by a bear, and she was looking at the bear. Then she enters inside, and then actually her mood had changed when she was looking at the bear chest of Rajinath. Then uh, they talks about that how uh, the life is going on between them, and Rajinath asked her to give him what she got from that house, that is a tea. And again he said that actually everybody is corrupt, his life is corrupt, because it in the family is also corrupt, and the blood rots is there, brain decays are there, okay. And he said that the thrusting of bird there, and humanity has been destroyed in the house. And then Rama and then he tried to shut the door, and then Rama asked him that why he is shutting the door, and then she said that he should lock the door. And then Rajinath asked the tea, and she gives him one plate, and there is a sweet meats. And then he eat that, and he said that it is a very sweet, and if the mud she carried, that will also taste like a sweet muds, okay. And then they talks about that how many days Rama will be very very frightened, and she will afraid of that, and why she wanted to go very soon there, okay. And then Rama tells him about his own story. Before that, he also teases her that she just worshipped some gods, and nobody is going to help her because she is not going to be mother. And then Rama, she gives a very very longer speech, and in that longer speech she explained to Rajinath. Actually, Rajinath knew it before, and Rama, she has already told him that things. And again she was talking like that, and she said that actually she wanted a freedom, she wanted to end her the life, the busy life, the that kind of life. And she said that every day there is a new death for her, every minute 1,000 million deaths she is there, she was getting a pain like a million needles stuck in her heart, and binding her heart, meddling with pain. And she said that nobody can endure that. And then she talked about that she doesn't have the pleasure because already the displeasure is there. And uh, then she also puts hands on Reginath, and again she gets those hands, and she talks him that about the story, that how every time her husband takes her to every new swamis, new doctors, new wise men, and he asking them the same question, that when we will get a child, when she will become mother. But actually uh, Rama was very very actually disappointed with all this act. Actually she wanted that Ramakant should understand her. Actually it is not her problem, it is not the problem of Swamis and all the wise men and doctor. It is a problem of him, because every time he was drinking, and after drinking he makes love to him. And actually she said that she is very thirsty. Her womb is very thirsty, but the seeds are fruitless. The seeds, because of the drunken his seeds, when it come to her womb, it actually died. And therefore there is no need to blame on the soil. The seeds are not good. It means that she was talking that how Ramakant is important, and he is not able to make her happy, and he is not able to make her mother, and that is her pain. And therefore she doesn't want that kind of a life. She wanted to just get out of that life, because she was very thirsty. And and therefore day after day, month after month, year after year, season after season, Okay, she was tired of that, and therefore she didn't do like that. And then Rajinath suddenly takes her hand off her shoulder and turns to him. She frees herself and turns aside. And then she talking about that, about this the woman who used to commit sati, okay, after the death of their husband. But here she talked that every day she was doing sati. She was, because she is living death in her wifehood, and she was committing sati every moment. She was burning every moment. She was consuming herself because she doesn't get any pleasure from her husband. She was not getting anything. She was just fasting and she was not getting food. Even that she was telling him that how she was not happy, and the married life is not happy, how she was thirsty of love, how Ramakant is not able to give her love, how he is not able to make her mother. So all these things were there. And then Rajinath suddenly holds her, and she was also accepting that, and she was just telling that let her go, let her go. Anybody can get up, but actually he holds her. And then again he embraced her, and she also embraced passionately to him. And then again he left her, and he said that actually he was already failure. He's a worthless person, and he understand all these things. But and he said that he know that that the torment of the empty home of her, and he knew the sorrow of home that owned bear, no matter how she was gathered up to make it. That is what he himself go through. It burns him. Okay, that very same thing. And then he said that day and night for the same reason, the seed deceit. And he said that actually he knew everything, so why she talked him about that? He already knew that. And then he said that now he's not, he will help her to make her mother. And in this way they embrace each other. And after that they just left away. And Rajnath put his hands on his head, on his face in shame, and she comes again, she embrace again, and she put her head on his shoulder. And then uh, the scene ends. The next scene is about the night. It was not an late at the night, and Umakant and Rajinath were drinking wine, and they were cheering about the Raja of Hondur. And they were talking about that how the son of Raja of Hondur is in the stomach of Manik, and how Manik is going to be mother. And then they talk about that how the Raja of, they had called him, and how the Raja of Hondur was agree to marry with the Manik, and also he is agreed to give them 25,000 rupee. And that was the thing, and they were celebrating. And they were also talking that how Manik has broken her leg because they have put it away. And then Ramakant said that actually they were all these people were drunk, and they were also using very filthy language. So and I don't want to give you detail about that. But they were talking about the leg fractures, and plaster was there on Manik's side, and therefore Manik cannot go there, and how they were blackmailing. And Ramakant also tells him that how he phoned him, and how he said that put down your money, or else publicity in the papers. No money, then publicity, that is all. And that is they are going to do that. And then Ramakant said that he will give Umakant only 10,000 rupee, and he will put 15,000 rupee. But when Umakant said that no, he wanted half money, then he said that okay, 12,500 of him, and 1,200 and 5,000 of Umakant. And then Umakant said that he is going to take exact money. He will count that money, because he don't believe on Ramakant, because Ramakant may deceive him. And therefore he was continuously talking on that. And then the phone rings, and then Ramakant takes the phone call. And then he was talking ill and filthy language on the person who was on that. And then he hung the telephone, and he was very disappointed, and he tell Umakant that actually the Raja of Hondur has died because of the heart attack. And therefore and whatever the hopes they have that they are going to get a 12,000 rupee. And Ramakant was very happy that he's going to buy a new house, new car, and new ladies secretary, and all the things he was dreaming. And all their dreams were went into dust. And therefore Ramakant decided that he wanted to kill the son of Raja Pandur in the stomach, in the belly of Manik, and therefore he wanted to kick it and he wanted to kill them. And Umakant said that he is not master in kicking, and then Ramakant said that he is going to do that, and he will teach him that how he can do that. Okay, so that is the thing they were doing, and they exist and muttering, drunken calling out to Manik. They can, and then we can hear them raving off the stage. Then there is a rapping on the door, kicks and blows it. Manik, open the door, Manik. All this rises to a crescendo. Then a moment, a horrified scream from Manik. In another moment, Manik, screaming terrifyingly, comes up crawling down the stairs, one leg in plaster, a white sari in soiled with blood, pressing one hand to her abdomen, withering in pain, looking back continuously. She exits through the front door. She is then seen going through the passing at the rear. At the other end of the passageway stands Papa. He was laughing. So you know that it was very very dangerous people, dangerous family we can say in this family. So at the other hand, Ramakant is not able to give love to Rama, and Rama is very thirsty of love. She really want child. She really want that she should also become a mother, and therefore she has no option because her husband is not uh, fulfilling her wishes. So therefore she has no choice, and she made relationship, illicit relationship with her brother-in-law, that is Rajinath. And here we have seen the scene that how Rama is becoming mother now. And in the next scene, we can see that how Rama became mother because from the Rajinath. So that is the thing. In the first scene which we have seen today, that is scene number 2, and in the scene number 3, we came to know that the blackmailing of Raja Phundur by Ramakant and Umakant, and how Raja Phundur died. He was actually agreed to marry Manik and also agreed to giving 25,000 rupee to these people, but he died due to the heart attack. And after that, Ramakant and Umakant, they kicked Manik's belly and they have killed Manik's unborn son. And we have seen at the end that how the blood was there in her sari and how she was going there. Her leg was in a plaster and she was unable to walk, and Papa was laughing because before in the previous scene we have seen that how Papa was humiliated, how he was exploited because of the money. And now Manik is also like living that. So Papa is not living in that house, he was living in the passerway, and now Manik has also gone from that house. Now there is Umakant, Ramakant, Rama, and Umakant is also going to leave that house very soon. And then we are going to see that we have seen in the very first scene of this act 1 that how Ramakant and Rama also leave that house. So that is the thing we are going to see here. So guys, and I hope that in tomorrow's lecture, in on the lecture on Tuesday, I'm going to finish the drama. I will try my best. I will tell you a very brief summary of this drama because as you know that your examination is very near at the 22 December. You are going to face your examination. So therefore, I would like to cover all these. There are 7 scenes and we have completed 3 scenes. It means that 4 scenes are there. So I will cover those 4 scenes very quickly in only one single lecture on Tuesday, and then we will start our last play, that is the Prometheus Bound, and that will also finish within 2 weeks only. 2 weeks, okay, before your examination. Our completes We are going to complete our whole syllabus about the paper number 5 also. It is also coming to end. And if you talk about the paper number 4 which is lacking behind, but that will also will end very soon. Okay. So I will go. I'm going to give you very brief summary of Hamlet, so that will be no problem for you. So our syllabus will be complete before 20 December. So don't worry about our syllabus. So thank you for watching. See you in the next lecture.